First and foremost, I thoroughly enjoyed this picture very, very much. I think it's thought-provoking and profoundly heartfelt. Especially for Miss Elizabeth Olsen, your scene when you're sitting on the couch and Alicia Vikander's character telling you that you failed the assessment. You know, that scene, when I see your tears, it's so organic. Like, anger is easier to perform, but you know, something from the inside that is so organic, it's so sublimely powerful and sublimely moving. And the scene where you're talking about to Alicia Vikander, that why I failed the assessment, and Alicia Vikander told you about her daughter's death. And I saw that tears again, and I saw that it's about empathy, and I really relate to that. I got 3 real quick questions. I don't waste too much time. First and foremost, the scene when Miss Alicia Vikander urinating on Minnie Driver's character and Elizabeth Olsen's character, Miss Olsen's character, you slap her, Minnie Driver. Was that rehearsed? And second of all, what was the toughest scene to shoot within all the film in this entire picture? And for Director Fleur, I would love to ask you a question about when you were filming this picture. Is there any films that you saw that you want to pay homage to, or you saw the films that influenced you to make a couple of directorial decisions? Any films or
We have 3 final questions on the dinner scene. The first one was about the dinner scene, and then the slap, the escalation. Was that rehearsed? That's the first question. The second one is, does anyone have a tough day or a tough scene that you were shooting? And then the last question was for you, whether there was any cinematic influences or homages that you wanted to pay.
I'll answer the first one. Absolutely rehearsed. If I smacked Minnie Driver, I don't know what would happen to me. That's it.
So maybe we can start with you. Was there a specific scene that challenged you the most?
I think the scene, I have to say that the vibe on set, what they say, was very special, creatively, and I mean, we stay friends, and I know that was I could see them running on set. We were happy to do that film, but creatively and as a human experience. So that was great, but I think the scene that was the most challenging, that scared me the most, was the dinner scene before. But before I was shooting in Club 10, I have to say that it was scared me before, but when we were doing it was, I think that because we are so great, it was quite easy. So the dinner scene, because there's many characters, so technically it's complicated, you have to shoot many angles.
And for you, Alicia and Elizabeth, a scene that was particularly scary or challenging?
Well, I would probably say that the scene when I started throwing food around was actually also the first scene that we shot where I went into informal child behavior. So that was just, I think, one of those humps that I had to get over of showing all the things that I had been pretending to do at home.
I think the most challenging scene for me was the scene with Himesh when he's showing me the child he created. And I think it was because it's kind of a set that has no set, and there's no geography to use. And so you're trying to get out of a space that has no exit. And so it's like you're trying to activate through to the end of the scene, but there's no entrance and exit, and you're in like a dark hole and nothing to interact with. And so I think I felt like I was, I wanted something to help me. And then also having to hold a real child and then drop a fake child, and, maintain your focus on, those kinds of things. But I really think it was because you're in this empty void, and it's sometimes useful as an actor to have other things to interact with, spaces, furniture, objects, and there's nothing. And so I think that one felt challenging that day.
And the last question, were there any specific thematic references that you want to pay on?
I think I don't like to have one main reference, because then you copy a movie. I have like many references from, everywhere. I can be a photograph. I remember the photograph I sent to Alicia. It was just a picture of a woman in a costume, like standing sitting in very weird way. So it can be that, and it can be music. There was I had in mind, sometimes I talk to people and say, talk about the discreet charm of the bourgeoisie, or maybe the lobster, but just to make them think of a future that they haven't seen before, because in the end it doesn't look like those two movies, but it was just to explain to the crew how to think outside of the box. And and otherwise the rest is a big mix of different things. It can be contemporary art.
It was one of the most interesting visual decks I've ever seen a filmmaker share. There was no specific medium that was the majority medium that was the visual reference for the film. It was really inspiring, between sculpture, photographs, film images. I don't even actually know if there's a single image from a film in here, but it was really kind of remarkable, and it was very inspired and original.
And that artistic thoughtfulness is very much in every scene of the film. Thank you so much, Fleur, for this.